Hi, welcome back to episode 2. In this episode we're going to cover MIDI manipulation and drum patterns, so you can customize the MIDI to however you want it to be. As well, again, same bass, but see what else we can play with down here. This MIDI file. What's this sound over here? Yeah, here we go. I'm going to take the MIDI from the piano. I'm going to chuck it in there. So you can hear the sort of EDM house, future house style. Flick up to this bit here and then same tempo, same structure. Of course you can change that to suit what you're doing. Let's add this pad as well. Layering up all the sounds from the actual MIDI file, chucking our own sounds in with it and messing with the MIDI files to suit what you're trying to do. You might want to make a note longer or shorter, so depending on the kind of bass sound. Like the sub, we wanted it long, so we extended them, stretched them out, glued the notes together. Other times you might want to shorten them to make them punchy. And all we're doing is using the ingredients that Vengeance gave us here. Of course, depending on what VSTs you use, what you have in your collection, gives you a different sound. So that's sounding nice. Could do, grab everything there. The more time you spend on a track, the better it's going to sound. You can come back to it every night, save it, come back again. All I'm going to do here is show you quickly what you can do in a short period of time with these basic bits to hopefully inspire you to get started. Like I say, I would recommend, if you are going to get started, to give Acid a go. I know everybody uses FL Studio or Fruity Loops, but give Acid a go. It's an awesome program. But we'd use that piano bit, why not? It's there. I mean, now you could have a nice drum roll or reverse cymbal. We'll go into that. But I'm only trying to use basic samples and ingredients here. That is the piano MIDI coming through. I've just used it with that sort of garage organ. And we could even say on this end bit here, I'm going to go into this last bit and I'm going to switch up the drums. Go 4/4 before we switch again. Switch this to beat. Because some types of garage are 4/4, 4 to the floor, like speed garage. And as you can tell, when you hear that little skippy beat, messing around with those snares and claps will totally change up the style and the sound in an interesting way. And all we're doing is just messing around, moving these little blocks around. It's like Lego or jigsaw puzzle. And it gets very addictive. Alright, let's zoom in and do this. I'm now going to switch to quantize rather than beat. And I'm going to turn the percussion off here. I'm going to move these to one step just before that drum. Give it a little fade. I'm going to copy that, put it on that bit. Giving it a nice little rhythm. Experiment with where you place the snares and you'll get funky rhythm. Or if you wanted to make it kind of grimy, you could change it again. At the end you will change this for a more grimy sort of. Now, what I'm really known for is normally doing breakbeat kind of music and old school 90s rave. So I'm gonna change up on the next bar. Again, using the same ingredients. Let's bring this piano bit back in again. Switch back to bar. Now what we can do here as well, this pad goes with this. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to copy the pad. I'm going to move it up to our pads MIDI to again show you how we can play with this. This piano part will now come in with the pad to layer it up. Sounding massive, yeah? Got a sort of trancey sound to it. But what I'm also going to do is I'm going to copy it down here to this hub. And you can hear it high pitched now, sounding awful. But it's the same MIDI. I'm going to turn that solo off. What we're going to do is we're going to take the top channel, delete it. We're going to take the bottom channel and we're going to drop it down 2 octaves to give it the warmth, because it's got the sub underneath it. But we're using the same notes and now it all fits together. So if you can't play the keyboard and don't know how to get it, you can be playing with the jigsaw pieces anyway and you know they're going to fit together. Right. So let's switch this up and go 1992, 1993. We're going to keep, again, the sub. So we'll just copy that over. Actually, we'll do 2. We'll drop a nice dirty Reese. Sounds nice. We're going to use the same MIDI parts again. Highlight both of them. We're going to stick them down here to get a 93 sound. Actually, what I'll do, I'll move these over. I'll copy the sub out. 2 more. And I'll move this over here. But let's get to work on these drums to make these drums sound old school rave music. Use breakbeats now. A lot of tracks these days don't use breakbeats, but some of them tend to use them in the breakdowns. They still get used with EDM. People like Oliver Howden still use them. Right, this one is a classic. I'm going to shrink this right down. Now you can get this out of most tracks. It's Fool's Gold by the Stone Roses. Let's turn the Reese off. I'm going to do our heading otherwise. Now the simple way to do this is like with a breakbeat. You've chucked it into the thing, it doesn't fit. Simply do a time stretch to get it to fit to the bar. So we're now in the same time. I'm going to go later on and show you how to tidy these up. So you should never just take samples from a sample pack and chuck them in like that, because you need to clean them all up. But I'm going to show you that later. I'm going to get this down first to show you how this works quickly. But we've got a Fool's Gold beat. Now we're going to chuck another one in from the Commodores. Again, it's going to be way too fast. And as you can hear there, it sounds terrible, just chucked in on top of each other. Time stretch it. Pull it out to the bar. And even though that isn't all tightened up yet, it sounds right, it sounds better. Nice. Thanks for watching the video, hope you enjoyed. If you'd like to watch the next video, click over here. If you'd like to go through the playlist and watch the series, click right here. And if you'd like to subscribe to the channel and keep up to date with all the videos that we're doing, click over here in the corner. Thanks for watching the video and hopefully see you again.